Welcome back guys, Slybacon here, bringing you some more StarCraft 2 action. This is my placement match for Season 3 2013. It is also his placement match for 2013. He actually spawned in as a random. He just happened to get Zerg, of course. Why don't everybody get Zerg? Yeah, Zerg. It's always ZvZ. Right, in the top right hand corner we have myself. And in the bottom left hand corner we have Rokuduff. Why don't people have easy names to pronounce? Come on guys, seriously. Now my theory for Season 3 and maybe even Season 4 as well is to pick one build and do that in every single matchup and just hopefully improve over time with that build. So for ZvZ, which actually I don't know at this point, have I scouted him at this point? Let's just have a look. No, I haven't. So for ZvZ, I want to go with a +1 armor timing attack. Now I've picked this build up just actually today off of StarCraft. So he put a video up today using this build, and I thought that's actually quite a decent build, so I'm going to try that. So far, I think I'm 3 from 3 with it in this season so far. So that's not to say it's the ultimate build or anything silly like that, but that's basically the idea of my mindset for Season 3, is just pick one build for each matchup and just do that. Don't try and invent stuff during the season or anything like that. As we get closer to Season 4, we might start looking at what builds are we going to do for Season 4. And again, basically work on those for that season, okay? So, I still haven't scouted them yet, have I? No, I haven't. So let's just go back to everybody viewing to see exactly what's going on. So he actually went hatch first, which is fine for this map, because this map is absolutely huge. Not knowing what race he is actually spawning as, I've gone pool first. If I'd known he was Zerg, I would have gone hatchery first, just like he has. But obviously for Protoss, you want to go pool first. Even on this map, you could probably actually get away with going hatchery first, regardless of what race he spawns. But just to be safe, I went pool first into hatchery. Again, because of his Protoss, obviously that we can deny the cannon denies. Yes, not the cannon, the pylon denies the hatchery blocking. We can stop that. If he is Zerg, we can actually get our lings out fast and stop any early aggression. So either way, not bad. But if I did know he was going to spawn a Zerg, I would not have gone pool first. Would have gone hatchery first on this build, on this map. Sorry. So basic idea behind the build is get your speed up, and then about 70 or so gas. Throw down your evolution chamber, and once that completes, you should be roughly at 150 gas, which would allow you to start your +1 armor straight away. And obviously, once that completes, you want to time your attack with that completion. So that's pretty much the basics behind it. Drones, according to size, you want to go about 10 on each base, and that's probably about all you need, because all you're producing really is Zergling. That's it. You're not producing anything else. The whole idea behind this is that they won't get one shot by banelings. Okay. Obviously, if you have 0-1 lings versus 0-0 lings, your lings are obviously better, and also you won't get that one shot from banelings. It takes 2 banelings to kill a Zergling with +1 armor. So there we go. That's the reasoning behind it. Fairly similar builds from this stage. Has he got gas? Yes, he does. He has not started speed, so his gas was slightly delayed. That may be as a result of going hatch first, although that shouldn't really impact it in any way. Does he have 2 queens there? He has 2 queens. I think I've only got my first queen out, second queen on the way. Lovely supply block. That's another thing I really need to work on, not getting supply blocks. I don't even have an overlord on the way. Yes, I do. Sorry, it just popped. Our speed is just about halfway there. Evolution chamber is thrown down. So if I time this right, we should be about 150 by the time this completes. So we're going to be slightly above, I think. Oh, that was pretty close. We were 148 when that completed. And there goes the armor. Pull off gas. How are we going drone count wise? Pretty good. There's probably slightly too many. Obviously if we combine those two, that's what, 23, so we're probably slightly above. And then basically from here on, just mass lings. Just go mass lings. Keep your overlords coming, and time your attack for when this completes. Now he's actually going a pretty similar build. He does have a early third, which will obviously give him advantage in the amount of Zerglings he can produce, but he hasn't got obviously any armor upgrades or anything like that. He's going pretty standard, I think. Zergling versus Zergling play, obviously going into mutas maybe eventually once that third's established. And we are roughly 100 seconds away, a minute and a half away from actually throwing out an attack. Keep an eye on the unit counting as well. Keep an eye on those Zerglings. You see he's producing a lot of Zerglings. Like, that is a heck of a lot of Zerglings. So he's basically going for a Zergling attack as well. Again, without that +1 armor. Which is going to be our major advantage. So again, I'm just pumping those lings as much as I can. Believe we set a rally point down here. Yes, we do. Forward scouting with a few lings just to see what's going on. He did exactly the same thing. Pretty unusual. And at this stage there's no upgrades, so it's going to be pretty even. And woof, there's a lot of Zerglings coming now. Okay, we're not attacking because we're still producing. Slightly early. Although now we are actually in a position to attack when that completes, which is going to complete in 4 seconds. So just as we attack, we will have a look at the units and see exactly what the unit count is. Right, just pause it there. 63 versus 69. Unfortunately, I've got a big group back here. What have we got there? 10. Plus a couple more there, 12. Any more on the way? No, 12. So really up here, what are we? 57 versus 63. So he's actually got me outnumbered here. And he also does have a spine to help with the fight. If he chooses to fall back to it, which looks like he does. Oh, you're thinking, God, some banelings in there would be lovely, wouldn't it? So just keep an eye on that count of Zerglings. At this stage, I've kind of figured out, okay, I'm not winning that fight. So I've split a few Zerglings off and going to be attacking the drone line. And these ones here as well that are coming in. I'll be doing the same thing with this drone line and trying to work down his drone advantage that he would undoubtedly have. Which, as you can see, we've actually done a pretty good job of taking him down to 15 there. And the second lot comes out there. Also, queens are down. Queens are a huge advantage if you've got queens in ZvZ. Obviously, the extra lava really helps. So I've basically destroyed his economy now. So this third base, which actually I didn't know about at the time, is kind of useless because he can't produce off it. He just doesn't have the money. Look at my money. Holy crap. Okay, I could probably go macro hatch here. Could I do that at the time of the attack? Yeah, let's just pause there. Yes, I could. Just want to see at what stage do we get so much money that we can't actually continue to produce off of 2 bases. Or sorry, 2 bases isn't enough. Probably there, eh? Probably that's about the time it's going to finish. So probably about that time. Well, no, we want to do it earlier so it completes. How long is a hatchery build time? 100 seconds. And our armor upgrade is 190 seconds. So probably about halfway. We maybe want to throw down a macro hatch. And see if we can produce off that at the same time. Maybe, yeah, I'll try that. See how that goes. Again, we're not going to have a huge amount of mineral income to actually support 3 hatches, but we might get away with it. Injects are okay. That's fine. Alright, let's carry on. We'll just speed past the initial attack. So in case you haven't watched my StarCraft 2 videos before, these are not straight up entertainment videos like you get with, say, Husky or somebody like that. These are more me trying to figure out what I need to do to improve. I did like that splitting off. I thought that was a good play, so we'll continue. Right, so at this stage, I've lost, right? So you're thinking, well, I mean, what can I do? I need lings. I've thrown down 3 spine crawlers because I don't have a Zergling advantage anymore, okay? I have the upgrade advantage, of course, which is huge. And I now have the defender's advantage as well. And by the time these spines finish, it's going to be over, right? Because there's no way you can run into that. And you can see even... Okay, let's go back actually. I think that was actually quite a good example of what kind of advantage... let me go back and don't crash. What kind of an advantage the armor upgrade actually gives you. Don't crash on me. No, thank you. Right. No, I want to fast forward past there. because those spines don't actually finish until basically all the Zerglings are dead. So that's a bit unusual. Hang on. Where are we? Come on. Boop. Right, so 53. He's got 53 and I've got 39. Just keep an eye on these, see when they actually finish. Just keep an eye on those numbers. I do have the help of 2 queens, of course. Right, so at that stage there, I've gained an advantage. Right, and that's before any of the spines are actually finished building. So that's like one of the huge advantages of having that +1 armor. Also, the queens have helped out, of course. You know, queen's damage is not tremendous. Okay. You know, I mean, it's not bad. 2 queens, obviously, extra help, but that wasn't the turn of the tide. The turn of the tide was that armor upgrade. Because instead of taking, what are we taking? Instead of taking 5 damage, obviously you're taking 4. Which is huge. Huge. And even with reinforcing Zerglings, you know, he can't reinforce past this anymore. That's pretty good. So, even though he had a 20-something Zergling lead coming into that fight, with the upgrade advantage, I've come out of it with a 20-something Zergling advantage. And third base, his third base was probably a bit early, so maybe there's something he needs to work on, probably not expanding so fast. Although, to be fair, if I didn't attack his drone line, the 2 drone lines, it would have been working in his favour, so that's something. Banelings, yep, great. Bit too late. He's also going into... Oh, can we see that or not? Like, I don't think you're going to survive with your Zerglings versus Banelings with like 50% HP or anything silly like that. Okay, I just want to see if we can. Can I go slow? I can go slower. Maybe a bit slow. Right, so I just want to see if I can get 1 hit. Ah, no, I didn't do it. Right, go back again. Sorry. Too far. Right, once this pops, we'll pause. Problem is they're all going to blow up at the same time, isn't it? That's why we can't actually get it. No, I can't see anything in there. Oh, hang on. Is that the only one? Yeah. Oh, unfortunately we're not going to be able to see that. But you have to take my word for it. It does take 2 baneling hits to actually kill the Zergling with +1 armor. It takes him down to about 10 life or something like that. You know, pretty low, or really low. As in a baneling plus a Zergling could kill them, of course. But, okay, so that's the build that I want to go with for now, for Season 3. In my ZvZ matchups. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, guys. I will try and refine it a bit more. Obviously I might want to get that macro hatch just to pump some more Zerglings out. But I'll try that in a few matches, see how it goes. I might even upload a video with one of those just to see how that one goes. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.